Hello and welcome to our next Java session. Today's topic is inheritance. So let's begin. Now we know that the object-oriented programming languages features are data hiding, data encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, okay, dynamic binding. So inheritance is a very important feature of Java because with the help of inheritance we can reuse a code, that is code written in one place can be reused in another place. Okay, so there is no need of redefining the code every time, just write once and use it wherever you want. Okay, so how do we achieve it? In Java the inheritance is achieved with the help of the keyword extends. Okay, now you can see class B extends A. Now there is a class A, okay, which is called is nothing but our base class, and class B is nothing but our derived class. So we this thing says what B is getting inherited from class A. Okay, so class A is also called as the superclass, okay, and B is also called as the subclass. Now we know that there are different types of inheritance: single, multi-level, hierarchical, multiple, and in this way you can see the implementation of these classes in the real time. Okay, but Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. Okay, that is I cannot have public class C extends A comma B. Okay, so Java has provided us a feature called as interfaces through which we can implement the multiple, or this multiple inheritance can be achieved with the help of interfaces. Now we'll first see an example of inheritance. Before that we will just, there is for certain points which you have to remember, that in inheritance the private member variables are never inherited. Okay, and the subclass can access the public member variables, default member variables, as well as the protected member variables, okay, of the base class. So we'll see an example. Here is a class school having private variables school name, public variables, that is address, board, which is I'm not mentioning, so this is default access specifier in Java is public. Okay, now we know that these school name, address, board are called as instance variable. There are two methods, get school and display. Get school is to initialize the member variables. These are nothing but s, add, bo are called as argument variables, and display is the method through which I am displaying the values. Now here you can see class faculty extend school means what? I am inheriting this class faculty from class school. Now when you inherit all the public, public, protected and default member variables as well as member methods get inherited in the derived class. That is, the derived class gets a copy of the public, default and protected member variables as well as the member functions inside it. Okay, so here in faculty I am using faculty ID, name, subject as the member variables. Get faculty is going to initialize the values. Okay, now here you can see obj is an object of faculty. I'm calling get faculty. So get faculty will, what it will do, it will initialize the faculty details, and I'm calling get school. Now get school is a method of class school, but I can call it because why? Because I've inherited the class school over here. Okay, and I'm printing the passing the values, and I'm calling display to display the values. Okay, similarly I am printing the value of faculty name as well as the subject. Okay, now I'm trying to change the school name. Okay, obj.school name I'm trying to change, but here you can see school name is private. Now let's see what happens if I'm trying to do that. Okay, I'll just see Java C faculty dot Java. Now see, it's giving me an error. It says what? School name has private access in school. So I cannot access private member variables, okay, in the derived class. They are not inherited. So if I change this and I remove this also display so that we can see the changes. and I execute this. Now here you can see first get school values were Bishop's, Pune Camp and ICSE, and then I changed the name, so it is just the name got changed, Hutchings, Pune Camp and ICSE, the board. Okay, so in this way the code written in one place can be again be used in some other class with the help of inheritance. Now there are certain keywords which are used in inheritance. Okay, a very important keyword is a super keyword. Okay, the super, the name itself is super class. Okay, so it refers to the super class. Okay, now what does it refer? It always refers to the member variables, member methods and constructors. So we'll see one by one what do you mean by all these. Okay, so usage of Java super keyword. Super can be used to refer immediate parent class instance variable. Okay, now I am having a class animal having a color as a member variable having value white, dog which is inherited from animal, the color is again black, and print color where I am printing the colors. Okay, and I am creating an object of dog over here and I am calling print color. Now if you observe the class animals color and class dogs color, the names are same. That is the instance variable names are same, data type are same, values are different. Okay, so when I try in print color, when I try to print the color, which color will it refer to? Okay, because here there is name conflict. Okay, so for that we can make use of the keyword super. So whenever I say super dot color, it will always refer to the super class member variable. Okay, so this super dot color will print color of animal class. Okay, and this color will print the color of dog class. Okay, so the first usage of super is it is used to refer the immediate parent class instance variable. The second is it can be used to invoke parent class method. Now what do you mean by this? Class animal is having eat method. Okay, dog is also inherited from animal is also having eat method. The definitions are different. Here it is printing eating and here it is printing eating bread. A method bark and a method work. Okay, now when I create an object of dog and I call d.work, here I am having two methods. See, eat is there in animal, eat is there in dog. Both the method names are same as well as the return types are same. So again there is a name conflict. This is a method overloading example. Okay, so how do you differentiate? So I will use the super keyword. So if I say super.eat, it will call the animals eat method. So here the output will be eating and bark. What is there in bark? Barking. Okay, if you remove super keyword from here, the output will be eating bread and barking. Okay, so this is the second usage where it can be used to invoke parent class method. Now it's constructor. Okay, now we know that a constructor gets called when we create an object. Okay, now if in inheritance the base class or the super class is having a constructor, it is mandatory to the for the derived class to define a constructor with the same declaration how it is in the base class. Okay, so here animal is not taking any parameter, so I have to have dog a constructor without any parameter. Okay, now we know that I create an object D, it will get inside this constructor. Now here you can see super over here I've used again. Now this will call the base class constructor, okay, or on its own. Fine, so the super, when you're using it inside a constructor, it should always come as the first line of the constructor. Okay, so this is coming as the first line inside the constructor definition, and it always refers to the base class constructor. Okay, now if over here I'm having one more constructor animal with a parameter, then I have to have another dog constructor with a parameter, and inside that also I have to have a super keyword. Okay, now we have seen the types of variables: local, instance, argument. We know that, in my lectures I have discussed this, as well as we know what is the scope, what is the lifetime of these variables. Okay, when till where the variable can be accessed, and after a block whether it can be accessed or not. These things are there in your textbook. I just want you to go through this, and if you are having any query on it, you can get back to me. In our next class we will do the access specifiers. Till then, if you have any doubt in any of the topic, please let me know, because now we are ending, we are towards the end of the syllabus, and as I told you before, I'll be giving you a break, and then we will start revising chapter wise. Okay, so I will be sending you questions chapter wise. So please start studying right from the first chapter. Thank you.